Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, we're already starting with the car on the rack. So I'm gonna just hop straight into it. We are going to be replacing our no, we already replaced that one. We are going to be replacing our Guibo. So after I did my center support bearing, my Guibo did start to take a hit. I told y'all guys it would be back here. So we did get the Torque Solutions billet one. I know I said I was gonna go stock. Figured let's be a test dummy. Let's see how bad it'll be. But mainly because I am going to be using the car on the track a lot more often, so I do want it to be as strong as it could be. So with that being said, we are going to be trying new things, and with new things come new possibilities. So we're going to start off by taking off the exhaust again, the undershield, and to get everything up there. So with a little snap like this, and just like that, we got everything off. So as you can see, we'll take the light here. Got Rob there, where the Guibo was starting to take a shit. It was just spinning against itself, and it was just, bro, under each shift, it was just like a clunk that was not like a good sounding clunk. So definitely good reason why, a prime example reason why you gotta change it, because this is the next wear item. You saw us change the center support, now next on the list. So these are the two sides of the Oneida, an 18 and a E14. Yeah, that's 14. And mind you, these both are only one-time use. So here are the part number right there for one of them, and part number for the other. So you always want to replace them. Unfortunately, one of them is back ordered for me, so I do have to reuse it and put a little bit of Loctite on it. Not the end of the world, but please replace them, because these are very one-time use both. They're torqued to yield, so they stretch out, they take fatigue, things like this. Is like, you won't want to reuse a damaged bolt that's been through all this abuse, do you? So alright, so here's the full billet piece. We did end up taking down the center support bearing. It made it a little bit easier to push it back and out. So now we're gonna get this in there now. Shouldn't be too hard, but yeah. What do you say it was starting to do?
I can tell you what, it's better than my torque tube.
Yeah, C5 things, but actually snapped in pretty easy. So you're gonna hit that shit snap in like a glove or like a ring. I mean, you ain't doing something right. But yeah, we're just gonna send the new bolts in and torque it down. It did say torque to yield. I'm gonna double check that one more time, but yeah. And just like that, we got everything back together. All nice and tidy. We are going to be doing a diff flush now, so you're gonna be end up draining it from where the sensor is. And I think this is a 17 or 22. I will confirm with you when I take it off. But start off by draining at the 17 and let all the fluid drain out. Alrighty, let's see how bad this fluid is. Oh, my boy Lewis leaving right there. It's not the worst I've seen. Cause people always say that like after couple track days, it tends to become an issue. I mean it is thinned out, but you still see the color. It's still pretty clean, so not too bad. But it was starting to get there. Definitely good that I did it. So she's all filled up right now. Did make a wee bit of a mess. It's okay. But a little bit of fluid was lost, but as long as you have it filling until it's starting to drain out, you will have enough fluid in the case. And these two are torqued at, I know this is 44, let me check my. So yes, this is at 44 foot-pounds, and this sensor here is only at 10 foot-pounds. You do not want to stop this sensor. please guys, I've seen it happen before. Do not over torque it. Put it lightly by hand and then get your little, if you have a 1/4 inch, perfect. But get your 3/8 ratchet torque wrench and put it on there. It's only 10 foot-pounds. Just rather be safe than sorry, because if you put too much torque on this, you could snap it. If you are wondering what brand I am using, it is Redline 75 W85. Not bad. I've always heard good things from Redline, so I figure why not give them a shot. Hey, all good things from the drift community and stuff using Redline. So it's just a known brand that's really good, so that's good. So we're gonna wrap everything up now. We're gonna get the alignment done, and then we'll show you guys a little driving footage of the car finally put together, because that means the car can finally shift. Before, every time I want to go do a little pull or anything, I have to let off, shift, and ease back into it, because that's how much flex was going on. The vibration.
You weren't expecting this much vibration?
I really love it. Yeah, like under 50 is not bad.
That's fender.
Oh, the wheel is off. Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah.
Now you see why it's so important to have zip tied ones. Like, all right, guys. So everything negative that I have said about the rear Guibo, after a week of driving, I have been proven wrong. I know the video doesn't do it a lot of justice, but it seems like you really do have to break in these solid Guibos so they can have some play, I guess. Because after a week of driving in Orlando, around town, and after the drag video, because this is after, I'm giving my 2 cents after, it performs, excuse me, it performs amazing. I have no complaints about it now. All the complaints and concerns I had prior to it have gone away. The one thing I will say that is there is a little bit more rattle or noise. You can definitely tell it's coming from the rear, but definitely not what I was hearing or feeling when I first installed it. So the noise that I definitely heard when it first got installed, gone away. I also took a test drive with Robert as well. He said the same thing. He said it drives like OEM now. So just to show that none of this is scripted or bullshit, it's 9:30. I filmed the clip at less than 5 minutes ago. I went to go do a little pull while passing one of my boys, and it seemed like the Guibo exit chat. So this is a video that's going to turn into a long one. Alrighty guys, welcome back. I am going to probably make this another video. If you did not catch me in the last two videos, I did upgrade the center support bearing. Sorry, I did upgrade the Guibo, and on that last video you saw, it left me stranded. And what happened was that it looked like these bushings popped out. Now I know you could kind of see up there it's kind of grazed up and everything or whatever, but that's like a result of the drive shaft not spinning within the carrier bushing itself. So what we are going to try to do is I'm going to take this off and try to realign the bushing. What I am going to try to do is try to somehow add some extra, probably thread locker on there. It will probably be the best bet so they don't come loose or try to come out. But that definitely seems to be the culprit. Luckily, this did not come loose or break or had any issues. And yeah,